Are we live? Are we live? Okay, we are live. Welcome, everybody. Put this to the side here. Welcome, everybody, to today's Sunday Live. I just woke up not too long ago. Yesterday's live went for quite a while. But it was a good live, had a good time. And, just enjoyed everybody last night coming in and enjoyed the panel. It was awesome. And hopefully everybody that was watching, sorry, I'm out of breath. I've been jumping through hoops because I got up kind of late. So, yeah, kind of stayed up a little too late, but that's fun. That's okay. It was a good night and great panel. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of carry on the discussion, focus more on stamping out stereotypes, generalizations, stuff we're told, ways we're conditioned through society and all groups of people, in a way we're all, hey, Jersey, how you doing? Interested observer, good to see you. How we can combat some of these stereotypes and generalizations. Kind of hold ourselves together and not take this stuff to heart. What people believe is what they believe, And if we don't fit those stereotypes, we don't fit them. And a lot of them we don't. Some we do. I mean, not all stereotypes are just bold lies. I mean, some do kind of mesh. But a lot of them are a bunch of crap. People's opinions, how people see you. It just is what it is. I got a video that was requested, and it's just like a 30-second short, or what do you call them? Shorts, where they do a quick little video, and people wanted to talk about that. And what I've seen in there is some black guys that did a video tearing down black women, saying stuff like they don't want them to protest for them, and they want white women and Hispanic women. And, I don't know if it's what they feel or if they thought that would be funny to say that to stir up people's emotions and get people mad, or I don't know. YouTube's kind of weird. In the YouTube world, follow those creators you agree with, but don't take it serious to heart and where it's going to ruin your day. Because you know what? In reality, we're as good as we make ourselves. I mean, stereotypes and generalizations, if they don't apply, don't worry about it. I mean, people are going to think about you in the way they want to think about you. I mean, people live in their own world and believe their own reality. But that it is what it is. I'm going to show this real quick. You guys have probably seen it. And I'm going to just play it, and you can tell me what you think. I could put my opinion on it, and then I'll open up the panel if anybody wants to come on and talk. And then I'll show you a video. Well, I'll show you another video later on. But let's go ahead and show this, because people asked me to show it last night, and I didn't know how to bring it on to StreamYard while I was live. But let's see it here. And you can't see the picture, but what these guys look like. But I'll go ahead and play it for you. You've probably seen it before.
Need to send a National Guard so they can go kill black women. We don't need to have them in the streets.
Exactly, bro. They need to send a fucking message.
If they not white or Spanish, we don't need them in the streets protesting. Please don't protest. Black woman, I'm here to tell you now. Don't protest for me. If you're not white or a Spanish woman, don't protest for me. I need beautiful women protesting for me. I don't need you fat, unattractive hoes out there protesting. Don't protest for me. I want Spanish women to protest for me. I want white women to protest for me. I want the beautiful queens to protest for me. Black women, don't protest for me, please. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, so that's, the gist of the video. Okay, what they're saying is they don't want black women to protest, and I'm saying that they want white women or Spanish women or whatever. It's one thing to have your preference, but you don't need to tear down another group. I mean, these guys can like white women, Spanish women, whatever they like, Asian. But to put down black women and, call them fat and ugly and all this stupid stuff, I don't know. It's uncalled for. But when you see stuff like that, just let it go. They're missing out. They could go for other groups. And in fact, guys like me will step in and, but anyway, they wanted me to show that video. And my opinion on it is, I don't know, it's unnecessary. You have your preference. Have your preference. Why don't you lift up your preference without tearing down another group? I'm just saying. I mean, I tell people what I think about my preference and how much I love my preference and my marriage and my stuff, but I never, go in and attack another group of women. Why would you? I might go in on an individual that does something stupid, but I'm not just going blanketly attack white women because I have a preference of a black woman. That don't make sense. And these guys doing that, it's just, to me, it's ridiculous. But, there's a request to show that. And a lot of you have already seen it. I wasn't going to put it on, but I was asked to. And, it is what it is. But you see stuff like that, people lifting up other women, tearing down other women. And that's the thing with YouTube. You have to take YouTube with a grain of salt. Go where you believe. And another thing, I've gotten some emails and, it's kind of weird. I've had, and I don't know if these are trolls, probably, telling me that, I need to not let these ladies go on black men so much. Look, that's their opinion. That's their experience. It's a discussion. Okay. And then I've had people tell me I don't go in hard enough against black men. Why would I? I don't date them. I haven't married them. So that's not even in my lane. I will listen to other people talk. And that's what we're here for. Open discussion, and, it's free speech. We can say what we want. Okay. Believe it, like it, hate it. It is what it is. I'm not going to sit up here and police what people say about others. Okay. I will give you my opinion, what I think. Okay. I try to go in and put facts on my beliefs. I try to put some stats. But when I do that, I just want to put some truth out there. I don't want to just ramble on about my feelings and what I think, because sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. It is what it is. But I just want to have a good time, have a discussion. And I want to promote interracial dating, marriage, dating out, whatever you want to call it, swirling interracial relationships. And the swirl thing, there's, different definitions of it. Some would classify me as a swirler. Some would not, because I'm married. I'm with one woman. Oh, well. I think everybody should be able to date. Everybody should open their options, especially in today's society, where our morals and society's where it's at. Because you want to find, most important, you want to find that person, that woman, that man that you want to spend the rest of your life with, build a family with. And really, it don't matter if they look like you or darker or lighter than you, who cares? As long as you find a quality person. And, that's my opinion on that. And you know what? Finding good quality people across the board is hard, regardless what group you go to. Some groups have better success than others. Um, some men and women coming together do better. And I've said it that black women, white men do better than black men, white women interracially dating. I mean, not all, but statistically, they have a better success rate. And there's many variables about that. And, we've talked about that. And it's not to say one combination is better than the other. They're not. It's just the way they go about it. And when you go for relationships, you have to be strategic. You can't just go on looks and the physical desire. I mean, that stuff's great and all, but it don't get you far. You got to go for the whole woman, the whole man. You got to have that balance. You want something that lasts, not something that's superficial and only lasts fun in the beginning, then it comes to an end. What good is that? But you got to fight against these stereotypes, these generalizations. You're going to be attacked for dating out. I'm just going to say it. Black women, you're going to be the most attacked. I mean, I can honestly say that's true just from what I've seen. White men will be attacked, but not as bad as black women. And I've heard women tell me this. People shame them for it. We all get a little shame, but black women, it's a lot tougher. And also you're stepping out of your comfort zone. But sometimes you need to find that quality person, right? To find that quality man, quality woman. And I'm talking real quality, not because of how they look or how much money they make. And women, I have no problem with women looking for men that have resources. They should, because he's got to take care of them and the kids, the family. There's nothing wrong with that. Are you going to find a millionaire? Probably not. Okay. Let's be real. Eve married a billionaire, but she's a celebrity herself. We talk about Serena, and, people were jumping on that, thinking there's something going wrong with the marriage. Whether it is or not, who knows? And how does that affect our life? It don't. But, and then because they don't like that interracial, that swirling thing, they hate that. They look for failure. And, but, they're just people. They're going to have failed relationships just like everyday people like us. I mean, we're flawed. But, in today's society, I think everybody has to date out because quality is rare. High value, that's subjective. What's high value to you? It can be different from me. They always throw that high value man, the 6-figure man. Well, there's a 6-figure man out there that will beat the crap out of you in a heartbeat. Money don't make it. You got to have it because it's a resource you need to pay your bills, to buy your food, to have a house, stuff we want in life. And, but anyway, you got to live your life. I always put out there being that individual. I'm an individual. I don't live by the collective. I don't do what other white men do. There's similar things I do that they do, but I go my own path, and and I think a lot of us don't. We live in that collective. We live in that segregated mindset where we think we got to act a certain way, be with a certain group, and feel some way about another group, which we don't. I mean, people are people. And like I said, my preference is black women. Why? Because they're beautiful and because they got character. Because they're loyal. I've said this stuff over and over. They have a big heart. I've seen the blessing. God's opened my eyes to that. And it's true. Now, does that mean other women can't possess that? No. It's just that's what I've seen. And I believe that to be the best option. So that's where I went. And every one of us should be able to do that. And we really shouldn't attack people for their choices. We should uplift them, you know. And I'm waiting to see that channel where you got a black man uplifting white women and talking about them like I talk about black women. But and actually I'd support something like that, because if you have the courage and character to speak the truth and tell what you think, I'm behind you 100%. In fact, I would donate to a channel like that. You know, but I haven't seen much of that. I've seen videos, but I haven't really seen a channel like mine going the opposite way. But anyway, I'm going to throw this link up here. If you want to jump on, you can. Let me copy it here. And we will be waiting for a long time. Yeah. Okay, here's the link up here if you guys want to come on and talk a little bit. It's open to anybody. Even if you disagree, I just ask that you be respectful. If you do come on here disagreeing and getting in an argument, I'll just take you off. But it's open to anybody. Anybody can come up. Yeah, I support Black women YouTube channels too. There's a few I support that I actually send money to, because I love their content and I agree with them, and they're fun to watch, and they put a lot of work in this YouTube thing. And this YouTube thing is I'm working now. Okay, no worries. I'll leave it up there. But this YouTube thing, people put a lot of work, and me, I kind of do it on the side, and I throw some stuff together. I don't do a serious amount of research. I should probably do more, but my work schedule is kind of tough doing it. But even that gets stressful. And these guys that research day and night, they put a lot of work. And the ones I follow, I support them because I get entertainment from them. They, and they're fun to watch. And but anyway, you're sleepy, Miss Know-It-All? Yeah, I bet. It was a late night. I just barely woke up before I went live. I had to jump through hoops. But it was a great live last night. I had a blast. I mean, I wonder if that Corona guy's going to come on. It's kind of interesting. And but anyway, yeah, but like I said, you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what's right for you. You got to, go where you're celebrated. Go where you're loved. And the misconception that white men do not like Black women is a lie. And there are some that don't, but the majority of I've seen do and would love to date Black women. Asians would love to date Black women. A lot of Hispanics do date Black women. I've seen it. So, the options are there. You don't have to stay in your racial group. And white men too. I mean, we're the least to date and marry out, but our numbers are increasing. More and more every day I see white men with Black women. And, if you look at the stats from the 1960s and 70s, it's like 500% or something. Seems crazy, right? But nobody was doing it then. Very few, but it's increased. So let's throw another 400 or 500% 20 years down the road. What will our numbers look like? And I think the tides are shifting. I think the standard of beauty here in 20 years or so is going to be different. Becky's enjoyed being at the top, and due to segregation and all that, she's kind of had the top spot, but I think black women's going to take it. And, you know, just by seeing what's happening, just seeing how dating and relationships are shifting. You see it every day. Look at the numbers. And thing is, look at the success rate in marriages and stuff. Not all of them are success, but we as a whole last longer than the other groups. You know, and I've seen it. I know people that have married black women, white guys like me that have been married for a long time. It won't take 20 years happening. So yeah, it probably won't. I just threw that out there. I mean, it's going so rapidly. Heck, it might be maybe 5 years we'll start seeing it. Like I said, and black women ain't looked at as a downgrade. They're mostly looked at as an upgrade. And they are. They're the better option. And I might say it. You know, some people might get mad at me, but that's what I believe. I believe it to be true. And tell me, my marriage lasting as long as it has, it wouldn't be a lie, would it? But anyway, I just wanted to share my feelings on that and just carry on a little bit. And I'll give it a few more minutes, and then I'll go to the half-hour mark, and then we'll shut down unless you guys want to come up and talk a little bit about it. And then tomorrow, I'm going to do a live tomorrow. And I got some photos of interracial couples I want to download and show you guys that. I'm working on that, working on editing that. I'll see how that goes. Kind of like be a experimental live there. And do you now see the points Miss Know-It-All was making at times? Yeah, I see points Miss Know-It-All is making. I don't disagree with Miss Know-It-All. The thing of it is you ladies, when you share your stories and you talk like about black men and your experiences and how you feel, it's not that I disagree. It's like, it's just not really my place to comment. I can't comment on how it is dating black men. That would be silly. I don't know. I just know what you tell me. I know what my wife said about it. I believe a lot of that's true, but you know, being a white guy on my channel, I can't just go in on people, especially if I don't know. That wouldn't be right. But I will say the numbers, black women are only getting married a quarter of the time. That's not a good thing. Whose fault is that? It's either black men or black women, or both. But black women I talk to want to be married, want to have a family, want to have that. So what you guys are saying, I believe you, but I gotta, you know, it's one of those things where I can put out stats and how I believe that makes sense, but I can't put my opinion because I don't know. And, you know, haters would love to come up here and flag me and take me down, catching me saying something that I didn't mean or came out wrong or something crazy like that. So kind of walk a fine line with that. But I do believe you ladies. I do. And I've seen hurt that black women have been through. I've seen, you know, relationships that didn't go right. I see that. Yeah, it would. Yeah, and that's the thing, you know. And another thing, I want to be absolutely right when I make my comments or put my feelings in it. I do believe that a lot of times black women do benefit by dating and marrying out. I believe that to be true. And it's not an attack on black men. Maybe it is on the collective according to the stats, but you know, you can't say all men are bad. You know, there's always good in every group. How many? I don't know. But I do see the stat, and I think Black women should date and marry out. They absolutely should. They should be encouraged to, because there's such a gap between men and women, especially Black men and women. There's more Black women. More Black men date and marry out than any other group. They're the biggest swirlers out there. And to see Black men come out attacking people that swirl when it pertains to Black women is kind of weird to me, because they're the ones that do it the most. So why would they have a problem with it? That's kind of weird. And not all do. Some are okay with it. I mean, but I do understand what you guys are saying. I do. And I want you to be able to say what you say. I'm not going to sit up here and protect a group of men, because men should be able to take it. If there's a Becky channel talking that white men are garbage, let her have it. And if that's her world, that's her world. If she was to say Black men are the greatest ever, God bless her for it. That everybody should be able to be with and believe what they want, and that's what I want here. You guys come on. I want you to speak freely. I don't want to police you and say, okay, don't say that. No, that's your experience. That's your truth. Do I agree with it? Some, yeah. Some, maybe not. And I don't like, when we get in infights over technical things, because in this channel, we got people coming in. We got people that interracially date. We got people swirlers, divested communities coming in, and everybody's welcome. Okay. And we don't have to believe everything exactly alike to come together, to have our discussion, get everybody's perspective. You should have the freedom to do what you want, and everybody's welcome in. Some people come in and tell me, well, your channel's not a divestment channel. Your channel's not this. Your channel's not that. My channel is a networking channel. It revolves around interracial relationships, and I get groups from other people. I'm not going to police it. And that's what networking is about. You get people in and you get their perspective. Yeah, we generally believe a lot alike. We believe in dating out, marrying out, going where we're loved, going where we're celebrated. Yes, we agree with that. Now, there's some technical things we disagree on, most definitely. No, I'm not doing another live tonight. I'll be doing one tomorrow. Tonight, I'm taking my wife out. We're going to have a special night together and stuff. It's going to be like oh, shoot. Sorry about that. My fire alarm just went off. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Hey, Sandra? Who's testing? What do you mean? Sorry, everybody. Little interruption. My smoke alarms are going off. Probably have a low battery. Those things do that. Oh man. Okay. I think it might have been. No. God, I hate those things. Sorry, everybody. It's my smoke alarms going off. Okay, maybe we got it. Okay, once again, I'm going to apologize. In the house, when you got all the smoke alarms, battery goes out, it sets them all off, and it's frustrating. I do need to change the batteries out, but you ought to see when that happens, like late at night when you're trying to sleep. That's fun. But anyway, sorry about the interruption. My wife Sandy took care of it, so. But yeah, I'm not going live tonight. I'm going to have a night with my wife. We're going to have a date night. I'm going to probably do some barbecue tonight. I'll probably cook tonight. Probably get some movies and we're just going to have, or we might even go see a movie tonight. I have to see what's showing. But yeah, I'm not going live tonight. I will be going live tomorrow, and it'll be an early live. It'll be about the same time that I went live today. So we'll go again at 12 noon my time, 2 p.m. Pacific. And then I'm going to talk about interracial relationships. I'm going to show you some pictures of celebrity couples, black women that have married white men, and just a little fun thing. I'm experimenting with this program I got where I can, do some editing and stuff. And that's what I need to get hot on. I need to start working on my editing. I need to get that together, so I can improve this. But like I said, guys, go where you're celebrated. Go where you're loved. You sometimes just got to give society the finger, the community, even family sometimes, to live your life. And, and I know black women are shamed about it. I know they are, put through it for dating now. I've talked to women. My wife has told me, and it's tough for you to do it. That's tough for anybody to get out of their comfort zone. There's reasons that all of us date out or marry out. Some because we're attracted to a certain group of people. Some we think that's the better option. And some's just curiosity. What are these people like? I'd like to get to know them. There's many reasons, right? But when you get there, make sure you vet. Make sure you're with that person you want to be with. And, vetting's very important. And don't let nobody get in your head. Don't let nobody tear you down. My wife, when we got married, she got rid of a number of her friends because they tried to talk her out of marrying me. Because, white men are crazy. They're going to fetishize you. They're going to assault you. And when they do it worse than any other group of men. Always heard that. And your marriage ain't going to do well. You're going to be hurt. I wouldn't do it. Don't. We've all heard that, right? But if she would have listened to him, would we have a good marriage? Would we have our family? Would we be living the life we do? And some of these people looking at us now, they're looking stupid. So live your life. It's about you. When it comes to relationships, you need to be selfish, especially you ladies. Don't, you're not here to build up the man. He's here to take care of you and build you up. You got to have that mindset. You're the prize. You're the princess. The man he's a tough one. He's the one that's got to go out and work. He's the one that's got to make it happen. A lot of times we get the roles reversed. There's some men out there looking for women to take care of them. I mean, how sad and weak is that? But, just stomp out those stereotypes, those generalizations, because you know what? We're all individuals and we're all different. Can I do a live on Romeo Must Die? I can look into it. I'm going to start doing movie reviews again. Yeah. There's some things I can do with that, with copyright issues and stuff. And I'm going to go into that again. Some things I may have to delete, and I might have to just somehow get with the other party and somehow get permission to do it. We can use copyrighted material for the Fair Use Act. And when you do that, you got to give the creator credit, and you got to use it for educational purpose, commentary, opinions. And I will start that up again. Next Sunday, I'll do a movie review. I'll look through it and I'll go by the most requested. yeah, I'll look at the fair use clause. I've talked to other creators on YouTube, and they told me that I can, when they do get a copyright claim, I can dispute it. And there's a part in there, and I've looked into it where you can put in your reasoning why you think, it applies with the Fair Use Act. And, a lot of times, and I found out YouTube, a lot of times the content goes in an algorithm and it'll put a copyright on it right away. And that don't mean that the creator has a problem with it at all. That just the algorithm of it. It's like a safety net, you might say. I've gotten a copyright issue from a Whitney Houston video showing on the background of my video. I wasn't showing the video. It was in the background, but I got a copyright on that. That was, so their system is really beefed up. They're really watching that stuff, that copyright stuff. And I guess there's, some kind of legality about it. But, I'm working on it, and I'm learning more. And, I'm going to go back to movie reviews. I like doing that. That's fun. And I'll have like panel reviews. And if any of you are interested in doing a panel with me on a movie review, shoot me an email, let me know. I just, we'll do that. And tomorrow I'm going to go live, and I'm going to talk about interracial relationships. We're going to talk about celebrities, just kind of like a fun show. And I'm experimenting with StreamYard here. I got a program I did, and I got pictures of celebrities that have dated out, like Diana Ross, Donna Summer, Serena Williams, Eve and her husband. And I'm going to do that. And then next week sometime I'm going to bring my wife on, and we're going to do a interracial family show type thing. And, we'll talk about our relationship, how it applies in society back in the day when we got married in the early 90s till now, how things have changed, and the things we went through, and the things that some of these millennials that are getting married interracially, what do they go through? We had it a bit harder than they did. And then the baby boomers really had it tough, the ones that did it. And then before then, it was a secret type thing. But, as we've evolved in society, and more people are dating and marrying out than ever before of all races, things are moving in different areas. Where's the link? It's on here, Miss Know-It-All. You don't see it? It's highlighted. I'll put it out again. Here's the link. It's in the chat, but I got it highlighted also. I don't know. Well, let me see here. It's highlighted right there if you want to jump in. Hey, April Rain. How's it going? Yeah, that's the link if you want to come on. And but what I'm saying, guys, is live your life. A lot of times we live for other people. We live for the collective. We live for the community. We live for our people. We live for whoever. And that we don't need to do that. We need to live for you. When it comes to relationship, be selfish, because you need to have the best. You deserve the best and get the best. Don't let nobody control your life. Family, friends, they'll be the first to destroy your relationship. Let me tell you, your own family will try to persuade you to go the other way. And fortunately, my family never did that, but I know people that have been interracially married, and they've had brothers, sisters, moms, and dads try to destroy their relationship because they believe it's, they don't believe in it. And that's their problem, because once you get married, that's your family now. And who's the most important person in your family? Your spouse, who you're married to, your wife, your husband. That's number one. And it should be. And I've heard situations where family members get involved, and I've heard women say how the men won't stick up for the women. And when you're in an interracial relationship, you have to stick up for your wife. I mean, men will not let that happen unless they're weak, but it shouldn't happen. But, but anyway, the link's up there. Are you coming on, Ms. Know-It-All, or I don't, or is it not working? I don't know. There she is. Okay. Hey, Miss Know-It-All.
Oh,
Let me take this
hello.
off. Okay,
Can you
sorry
hear
about
me?
that. Yeah,
Can
I
you
hear
hear
you.
me?
Yeah, I hear you. How you doing?
Hello. I'm a little tired, so I apologize.
Yeah, you shouldn't stay up so late.
I was still up even afterwards.
Oh,
I wanted to say, thank you for letting me have you on. I hope you forgive me if it seemed like I was um pretty passionate and assertive on your panel. I
no,
don't I get I get a little I'm sorry, I can't articulate myself. I go a little overboard sometimes when I'm expressing myself, and I apologize for that. But I enjoyed being on there with Miss Laren and yourself.
oh yeah, I enjoy. No, I have no problem expressing yourself. And I was just saying that because here's the thing: we all have our experiences, and people have done us wrong. So if you vent about it, I don't see a problem. And if a group of men has a problem with it, I think it's their problem. It would be like one of my guests come on and say, you know what? I had this racist thing happen to me. This man, attacked me, and he was a racist. And you know what? That's their story. And should I get mad? Okay, well, don't talk about white men. That's what are you doing? I mean, it's the same thing to me. And my thing is, it don't apply to me, so why would I get mad? You,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? And that's just what you're doing. You're telling your experiences and how you feel about it, and that's what you've dealt with. I was just saying, uh, I can't really.
I know. Can I say something? I know you can't. This is your channel, and I just
Yeah,
want to say to the audience, I know people have to understand that the position. That's why I actually got on the position that you're in, Brent.
no, you're good.
You're white. You're a Caucasian male, and sometimes we live in this very quick we live in this cancel culture, and some people are
Yeah,
quick to anything that you say can be misconstrued as biased, racist. And I know that you tread lightly, and I know that you tread lightly, and that you want to be careful, and because any opinion or any opposite, anything you say could be misconstrued. So I completely understand why you say the things you do. Not that it gives me the right as a black woman to say anything that's negative and derogatory about another group of people, race, because that could be,
yeah,
that could be just as bad as anything you say. So, but I completely understand. That's why I always apologize to, and I understand that I get why it's sometimes complicated for you to um actually
yeah.
make
No,
comments on certain things, because I understand you have to tread lightly.
yeah, and it's not that. I want you ladies to, express yourself. Tell what you can vent. And you've said it too. You vented, but you said I don't hate them. This is my experience, and that's your experience. And I don't think that's a problem. I think people kind of nitpick at stuff, and they try to.
Oh,
I don't know.
Corey Nanik is in the chat.
Yeah. Hey,
Cohen Nanik. I'm sorry,
Cohen.
Cohen.
How you doing, Cohen? Good to see you.
He should
Uh,
come on the live.
well, he can. I don't know if he's on his phone or
I
Cohen.
know.
It's good to see you. If you'd like to come on, you can. I got the link up here. If not, that's fine too. You can enjoy the show. I'm not going to be on too late today. But I just wanted to, get into that topic about us, killing those stereotypes and generalizations and stuff. But yeah, Miss Know-It-All, I have no problem with you coming in and
Yeah.
venting. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And you know what? And I'm telling the audience, we all need to understand each other. And like I said, if I vent on somebody because of an experience, we all have that. But people, they need to have a little thick skin. Look, she's talking about a certain group of men that I belong to, but it don't apply to me. So who cares? If I got butt hurt every time something negative was said about white men, I'd be in a loony house. I mean, but you know what? There's evil people in my group. I'm sorry. It is what it is, and I can't dispute it. I can't dispute the evils of history. I can't. I wish I could, but I can't. Truth is truth. And a lot of times the truth is like a double-edged sword. But you know what? If it don't apply to me, I don't need to worry my life about it. Excuse me a minute. I got somebody at the door. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm gonna say something. Carol Barella. No, Brent didn't say anything negative or anything bad. We were just talking to discuss. I was just mentioning that he's not gonna. He has to. Like this is a channel, his own channel, and he just has to be careful. That's why he doesn't comment on too many things or push a certain perspective, because he doesn't want to be labeled as, it could be misconstrued. He could be labeled something that he's not. That's what I was saying.
Okay, sorry guys. I'm coming back. I got my new jersey. It just came in, my Colorado Avalanche jersey. So
nice.
Just was at the door, so it's a good day already.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Something was missing.
No, I was just saying that Carol Barella was saying that what happened. She was defending you, saying that you've never said anything inappropriate, and I said yes, I agree. I'm just saying that it's just that because of the circumstances in the world we live in with this cancel culture, that you have to tread lightly on how you comment, what you comment about, and and I was just saying that I understand why he doesn't say things the way he has to say it. That's all.
Yeah, and that's all I was doing. But I don't want to make it a rated G show where we're like, okay, we're all beautiful people, and I chose this woman because I'm attracted, and it wasn't that she was number one. It just happened, and well, everybody's wonderful. I don't want to go there. We're going to speak truth, and you know what? If the stats are what they are what they are. And if somebody gets hurt by it, so what? It is what it is, okay? But I'm going to speak truth regardless. And some stuff I say, people think it's controversial. When I say black women is the best choice and the most beautiful and most educated, all that stuff, you know what? I believe that to be true. And it's not to attack no one, but I'm speaking truth. I'm speaking what I see. I'm speaking my experience. Some other women might take offense to that. When I say that black women are the least to get married, well, that's true. It's not that I'm attacking, I'm speaking truth. Some will take it like I'm attacking certain groups. I've had black men tell me, you're a racist and you're attacking us. No, I'm not. And I always say, in our community, our marriages don't last. I always say we change our white black underwear. So, I mean, there's improvement on all sides of the coin, but we shouldn't have to not be able to speak the truth and how we feel. And a lot of times, and some people come in, they want to control what I say. And I have subscribers that want my channel to be a certain way to their liking, to what they want. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
So they're
Yes.
going to say stuff like that. Now, it's not their channel. I can't please everybody on here. If I did, it would be a disaster. You know, I just got to go on what I believe. I want to bring people in. I want their opinion. I want the perspective. And I want to promote interracial relationships because, you know, everybody should have the right to go where they want. They shouldn't be, you know, conditioned only like a certain group of men or women or whatever. And I don't like seeing black women where they feel they only can date black men and they have to stand up for them. They have to do this and that. And if they want to, that's great. You know, everybody has their right to go where they want. And, you know, but don't tear nobody down. Like these jokers we had in this video, how they wanted white women and Hispanic women to protest, but not black women. I don't know what that was about. I'm just thinking Brad's probably looking back and say, well, I don't want you to protest with me. I just want you to hang out with me. I just want you to be my girlfriend, my wife. That's, you know, you want a man that wants that out of you, not to protest for you, but to love you and respect you and be there for you. That's what we should want women for, as wives, as partners, as, you know, our best friend in life. That's what we should look to women for. But, you know, a lot of men don't. They look for women for their needs. And a lot of times they don't look for the whole picture. But yeah, no, there's nothing wrong. Nobody's going in. I just get some comments every now and then. People think I need to lighten it up here or improve here, and that's fine. I mean, you know, I'll look at what people read. I read what they say. And if I agree with it, I might tweak it a little bit. If not, I'm not going to. Because bottom line, it's my channel, but I want to include everybody. And that's why I call it the network, you know, because we're networking. We're coming together. We're talking about interracial relationships. Yeah, we're going to vent. Yeah. You know, but we could get advice for others, how to vet people, what qualities do you look for? You know, some people ask me, well, how do you know if white men like black women? I can't tell you an exact way, but I can tell you some things I did when I was attracted, you know, to women, some things I went about doing. And it applies to some other men too, but you know, it might not be the secret sauce formula for you to find that perfect guy. I don't know, but hopefully it can help. And also this is entertainment. This is fun. You know, it's fun to talk about situations like this, and a little controversy here and now is healthy. It's okay. We can go in on some people every once in a while. If they do stupid crap, why not? You know what I mean? But the joke went over my head. Oh, did I say a joke? Yeah. But let's see. Yeah, I'm going to stand strong in what I believe. You know, and we gotta fight against it because people are looking to destroy what we got. Interracial dating sites, interracial channels. People want to destroy them. You know, but they're not going to. I mean, you might get, you know, somebody flustered and they stop doing YouTube because of the stress, but there's always going to be somebody. And interracial relationships, you anti-swirlers out there, I'm going to tell you, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your energy. You might find one or two that goes bad, but you're not going to stop it. It's not going to end. It's going to continue. So instead of fighting against it, how about praying for those people that they find true love? How about that? How about, you know, supporting them and having their back if they found someone they love, even though it's not someone that looks like them? How about that? How about we get out of that segregated mindset? And how about we just love each other and go where we want to go? How about we respect other people's preferences? How about we lift each other up instead of tearing people down? I'm just saying, but I can get on a rant about that all day. But yeah, by all means, vent. That's your truth, and I appreciate you saying you're sorry, but it's not you. I have no problem with you venting. I don't want a show where we don't speak our mind because that would be a boring show and we can get nothing out of it. Um,
But I
you know,
think it was great. I think it was great that that guy came on Jay Corona 2000 and was sharing his perspective in the chat as well. It was too bad that his connection was awful, but I was hoping he
yeah,
come up today and express himself. I mean, and he seemed to be very respectful, and he was very respectful. So, but unfortunately, his connection was not good.
yeah, and some people were saying, no, don't bring him on, don't do it. But I'm like, you know what? I want to see what he says. I was just curious. Um,
He seemed to be. I mean, for the most part, he seemed to be not coming from an aggressive and
yeah,
anti. I mean, well, what he was saying in the chat, it remains to be seen what he would say on the panel. But he seemed to be, you know, trying to. He wasn't coming from a really bad place initially. So
yeah, I don't
yeah.
think so. I think he was conflicted on what we're talking about. I think he's seen some truth, but I think he was kind of hurt by what was said about black men. I think that kind of got to him. I mean, I don't know for sure. We didn't have that discussion, but I think that's where he was at. Like, because he would say, well, uh, across the board, all men ain't marrying like they used to. Well, that's true. Because I was saying, like, only a fourth of black women get married. So I think that kind of, the truth hurts. And it's like a double edged sword. When people speak truth about you, or even your group of people, it hurts. I ain't going to lie. Um,
Hmm.
And I think that kind of got to him. But some of the stuff we said, he agreed with.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
so
Um.
I don't know. It could have been maybe, you
Mhm.
know, we don't know how that conversation would have went because we couldn't have it because of
The
something going on
connection.
that his,
But
yeah,
but the thing is, you can always kick him off. That's the
yeah,
positive. If it
yeah,
got to a place of was going to a ugly place. But Alexander Brennan said something cute. He told Josh Watson, think if black women want to see meet eat meat guys, they should go to Sunday football. I mean, I think that would be. I mean, well, we're in the pandemic. I don't know if the games are happening, but I think a lot of
yeah,
these
yeah.
guys they go with their wives, or they're there by themselves, and their wives are at home. So
Yeah, well, I go to games. I take my wife. I've taken my wife to hockey games. We went to basketball games. I I'm trying to get here. I don't know. Here in a couple weeks, I'm trying to get tickets to go see a Cowboys game because we're big Cowboy fans, and I know that's going to turn half the channel against me, but that's okay. Um,
well,
but
yeah, yeah,
well, we live in New Mexico. We don't have a professional team, so the
right.
closest team is the Denver Broncos, Dallas Cowboys, or Arizona
Okay.
Cardinals. So it's like
Yeah.
my
I've,
kids.
I, mm, yeah.
Yeah, my kids. They're born in Colorado, so my son and younger daughter are Bronco fans. Me, my wife, and my oldest daughter are Cowboy fans. So we're kind of a split football family.
Yeah.
Football time we kind of have our. But we want to go. I want to get down to Dallas and go to a game because I haven't been to a game since they opened
Hmm.
the new stadium. I haven't seen the new
Yeah.
stadium.
Yeah. I
Uh,
haven't been to. I haven't been. A girlfriend of mine, her brother works for the NFL. And I went to. I haven't been to a game in years, maybe about 15 years. I'm not a big football. Football is really nice, and live in person is better than watching on television. I'm not really. I'm not. It doesn't catch my interest watching it from home, even if I'm
Yeah.
at a. But going live is nice. Going to see it live. But April Rain made a good point in the chat. She was saying that the reason why the guy Jake Crone in 2000 may have had issues getting on is maybe he was recording the conversation, and
Oh,
there was
you
an
know what?
echo. It's the
Mm,
echo with his recorder. So that could be I
mm.
didn't think of that. That could be a definite
Yeah, you know what?
possibility.
That's a good point. He might have been trying to. Okay, see, and that could be something that trying to record what we talk about, so he can do maybe do a live stream about us or a video on what we're saying and catch us in an aha moment or something. I don't know. I don't know if
Yeah,
that's it.
it could have been that. And she said that he sound familiar, and he does. His
He
voice
did.
does sound familiar from other lives.
Yes, he
Yeah.
did. I turned on a live and I came across this one channel, divestment channel, and what was it? Divested Zolet or
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know.
DZ divested zealot, correct?
Yeah, they were having a show called Smoke Night, and they had guys coming in, and they were talking about, and those ladies were going in on black men hard. I
Oh
mean,
no,
they
Di-
were,
Di- yeah, divested zealot is a beast. She's a savage.
yeah. I was like, oh
She's
wow.
dead. Her crew is savage. I'm telling you right now. Like if I was a guy, I
When,
wouldn't get on her channel because they have no chill. They have no.
yeah,
They do not hold back. I promise you.
if I was a black guy, I wouldn't get on their show. I wouldn't go on Cynthia G's show because I think she'd just tear you apart. She's a beast too. I I don't know. Certain people you probably don't want to go in on the channel. If you do, you better prepare yourself. Um, but yeah, that guy sounded like that guy, and
Yeah.
someone in the comments said that he was on that show. I listened back, and it sounded just like that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I
At
don't
first,
know. It could
yeah.
be just a coincidence. Um,
Yeah, but anyway, well, I mean, like I said, you always have the power to um um um, um throw someone off the panel. So if you feel like if they're out of
yeah,
pocket,
no,
and they're not behaving or saying something out, that's just doesn't align with your beliefs and your belief
yeah,
system. And I mean,
no,
well, not your belief system, rather your you think is appropriate for your show, right?
yeah, no, I know that. I know I can just delete them, kick them off the panel. Yeah, I can mute them. Yeah, I know I can do that stuff. No, if it got out of hand, I would have said, you know what, enough of this. Thanks for coming on. Bye, and just delete them. You know,
Yeah.
I wanted him to come on to see what he was going to say. I was just curious. And some people in the chat was like, no, don't do it. Like, don't worry. I think some people that follow me kind of try to protect me. I appreciate that. Um,
Yes,
a
yes,
lot of love in that. That's awesome. But I
but he
wouldn't
came
want
on.
to put myself in that position.
Yeah, but I think he was intimidated to come on. He thought Laren and I would verbally accost him, but
Yeah.
we were very polite. But I mean, again, the audible situation. I wonder if that was true about what April Rain said about him recording it. But maybe
They
he's
could
doing
have been.
research. Maybe he's doing research or something. But like I said, he seemed to come off pretty okay, and he was listening to the instructions we gave him. So no, so like I said, you always have the power to you control your panel,
Yeah,
however you want.
no doubt. But
Oh, I'm
yeah,
so tired.
he like came in and he gave me a super chat for $1.49 or something. And then he gave me $5 because I guess I said a point that he agreed with.
Yeah, he
And
actually did agree with you quite a bit. Well, he
yeah,
aligns himself with white men. In the chat, reading his chat, he says that him and white men are brothers. He have issues with women. He has an issue. He had issues with feminist movement and just yeah, I really want. That's why I really wanted him to speak, because he expressed and voiced his issues with I think it's more women, it's not men. So yeah,
Yeah,
that was his issue.
and here's my thing. I have nothing against black men whatsoever. I don't. But I am going to take black women's side when it comes to that, because
Mhm.
I know some of the wrongdoing that black women went through. So I will take a black woman's side over black men. And well, my wife's black too, so I have a certain love and respect for black women, but and sometimes people, I don't know, they'll get the misconception, but like I said, there is truth out there, and black women have been put through it. I've seen it. You could look at studies and seen it. And these women are, to me, the most beautiful women on this earth, the most reliable, the most educated, the most loving, the most loyal. I mean, I see that and I'm like, why are they being treated like this? And I sympathize with you ladies, I really do. But I have to be fair too, because I don't live in the so-called community. So a lot of things that you talk about, I really can't. It's not really my place. Now, when it comes to stats and what I see, I can go in. I feel comfortable doing that. But when it comes to dating and marriage and stuff, you guys tell me that stuff. But I do want you to vent, because you know why? Not because you're attacking somebody, but because I'm learning something. Other people are learning something. And black men can learn from it too. Okay, what's these women's grievance against us? You know, um, but you look at the culture, and it seems like, I mean, outside looking in, it seems like black women, or it seems like they believe you got to just bring the hammer down on them,
Yeah.
just totally control
Can,
them, or, you
yeah.
know,
Can I say something? Oh, go
yeah.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Well, I was gonna say, Moonchild said that. Well, no, I wanted to say what was it? God, I lost my thought. Well, I oh no, Interracial Observer said that something about, he was saying shut this down. He was talking about just the different channels, the different channels that are what I call agents of chaos. Some of them that are, well, not all of them. Well, yes and no. Like KS, Samuels. He's divisive, and he's making people go. He's in the war. He's perpetuating, contributing to this so-called gender war, which is not really war to me, but it's just women expressing themselves. But that's what Interesting Observer was like. He would say shut this down. I don't think he was saying shut down Brent's channel.
Oh, no, no,
And
I don't think he was
and the
saying
white
that.
guy from and the white guy from New Jersey said something about him being an incel, and that's what I told him. I said, I think you're an incel. You're a manosphere incel, and you one of those guys, because he kept talking about feminism and women and stuff like
Yeah.
that in his chat. And then Miss Moonchild said that, oh, because he want to be white, and I agree. He wants to be a white woman. And Corey Hagar was on fire. He was coming. He was getting him, and I was loving it. But he was respectful when he got him. A lot more respectful than I
Yeah,
would
it's
have been.
tactful about it. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Brent. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm just talking because it's a lot
No,
going
no,
on
no,
in the chat, and I want to. I do this to include them because they're saying a lot of stuff.
yeah, and I think he was upset with Cynthia G's channel, and probably
Of
the
course,
divestment channels. But you know what? If you're see, my thing is if you're if you're upset with that, why watch it? I mean, these ladies ain't going to change their mind if they've gone to that point where they're in the divestment mode. They're going where they want, and they don't care what you think. It's
but
beyond that.
but
Um,
mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
Go ahead.
I'm only going to interject, and I'm going to let you talk for a long time. I wanted to say there's some validity in what he said about these channels, because a lot of them are now just dangling meat, because again, this is their livelihood, their income, they're
Yeah,
monetized, they're gaining monetarily. So again, like I said last night, KS, he doesn't probably believe half the things he say, but he say it because appeases his audience. It appeases his subscribers. They're not there because like his audience is not there for any advice on dating or improving themselves. They're there for the tear down of women. They're there for because Jay Corona said he doesn't like Kevin Samuels and Sotomayor, Tommy Sotomayor. That's what he's saying. We don't
Yeah.
know. And then you have channels like Sinji, and you have channels like Divested Zealot, and all of these women. I'm not trying to give them a pass because they're women, but I understand what is happening. If you wasn't listening last night, women are now black women are coming to the point where we're all comparing notes. We're letting ourselves, we're talking to each other, and we're letting everyone know this is our experiences, and we're all having the same experience and with the same demographic of males and in our communities, and everyone is just tired. They can't, we've been frustrated. We didn't know, we couldn't really articulate it. I mean, we really didn't understand it on an individual level. And then when you hear other women talk about our collective experience with this demographic of people, and then you have eyes and you see what's happening in our communities, that's what's happening. So, and it's also Sinji's and these other channels is a counter to the divisive, the agents of chaos like KS, who became more divisive as he got popular, and this Tommy Sotomayor, who's been on for 10 years, and these other little low-key channels, and just the culture in general, because the culture, our demographic of men in our community create a culture, a billion-dollar business where they profit off of disrespecting, degrading, and denigrating black women. Whether it be like the Tyler Perry movies or the satire comedies, Jamie Foxx like making fun of us there, and then rap music, just in the entertainment industry alone is making billions of dollars off of sort of making fun of and disrespecting black women. So what's
Yeah.
happening with, but what I do agree with Jay Corona last night is getting to a place that is kind of getting a little ugly, and he kept emphasizing how it's only like this in the States, but a lot of women from all over the world, black women from the UK, Africa, the Caribbean included, expressed that they've experienced a lot of what American black women are experiencing with the men in their country. I'm almost finished, and my point is there's some truth. See, I'm a fair person, so there was some truth in what he was saying, as far as it's getting to a place of ugliness, and it's getting to a place where that little 41-second video I sent you about those guys talking about, oh, they don't want
Yeah.
black women to protest. It's getting to a place where there's it could provoke violence in them, these males. It could provoke violence towards us. I mean, you hear every 6 hours a black woman is murdered. You hear, you heard about the sniper. We hear about it. We hear about it from the news. So I feel like it has to be a place of healing. And I think I appreciate and understand Sinji's what she's discussing and what she's putting out there. But it also has to be a level of balance and accountability in the sense of how you disseminate that information, how you deliver that information, because she's savage too. When she drills, and I kind of like it, but I know it could get to a place where it could become like a cult for some women, and even KS is like a cult. So we just have to be more careful. I think these channels have to be more careful. I think KS channel should be taken off, but that's just my opinion. But Sinji, because we're talking about our collective experiences and pain, we're trying to understand it, the pathology and the issues in our community towards black women. She has to try to balance it out with healing and how she deliver it. So we're not that her audience is not being irresponsible, if that makes sense. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, well, and you're right, but a lot of these channels, they go in and it could be like a cult following, but a lot of these channels they got a lot of drama and a lot of stuff, and that's what people are drawn to.
Yeah,
And
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
but it is entertaining. I'm not going to lie. When I listen to
It
Cynthia
is.
G,
Absolutely. I'll be a liar if I said
I,
it didn't.
I
You're right.
I was entertained by her when she was, just trashing white men left and right, and I just laughed.
I
And
never I never
but
watched it then. Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, she's changed through the years that I've seen, and now she's going in on black men. And I think black men have hurt her. I think she's been hurt by them, and I believe that's her preference and that's what she wants. But she's been hurt by them, and I think it's kind of like in her mind. I can't tell you what she thinks, but what my observation, I think it's like a tough love type thing. I'm going to put out your dirty laundry, even though I still want to be with you. I'm going at you. Does that make sense? I think that's where she's at, and I don't know. I mean, that's just my opinion, outside looking in. Um, and I believe you with KS. I think that guy's doing what's making the money, and you know the Tony Sotomayor guy. I think these guys are entertainers. They're making money. Um, they make a lot of money. And they're good at getting crowds involved and people donating to them and building a large platform. And bottom line, really, they're entertainers and they're good at what they do. I mean,
Yeah.
Cynthia G's great at what she does. Now, these two guys and Cynthia G, do I agree with these people? A lot I don't. But they are good at what they do. Kevin Samuels is good at what you got to give him credit. I
Can,
don't.
can,
I,
can
I
yeah.
disagree with a lot of what he does. I don't believe in his opinion. I think he degrades women, but he's good at what he does. He's making money.
Yes. Yes.
You
It's
got
a
to give.
business.
Yeah,
It's a
it
business.
is. And his audience, he's got them. He's got that support, and but that's his living. People like me on these tiny channels, it's like a hobby to us. We enjoy doing it. I like getting on here and talking to you, and I enjoy it. And it's, I do stress a little bit, and I try to think about what to talk about, and but for the most part, I'm having fun, and I don't have to be any good at it. I could go on and do a show and just piss everybody off and lose half my subscribers and be okay. I'm still going to pay my bills. I mean, my feelings would be hurt, but I'm not.
I say something? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just. It's not something I have to do. It's something I want to do. And I can say a lot of what I want to say and how I feel because there's no pressure. I don't have people paying my bills here. I don't have sponsors that I gotta watch what I say. I gotta watch what I say because YouTube has rules and stuff, and I don't want to create a bunch of haters towards me. I mean, but I do want to tell the truth, and I want to share my story. But
can I say something to I want to say something to a couple people are saying things. I'm sorry, Brent.
Okay.
So like Nelly doing things, she was there last night, and I agree with her. She said, "No, not giving him credit, his karma will come." She's referring to Kevin Samuels. Now it's something that you said, Brent. Now Kevin Samuels, I personally don't believe he believes what he's saying. He's intelligent enough to know his audience. He's intelligent to know what they want. He after he became extreme, he skyrocketed with its subs and popularity after the Average at Best video. He understood his audience. Like now, before that, he was about Black love. He was just critiquing Black women about, oh, you need to lose weight and you need to be more submissive. But then once his subs skyrocketed from 250,000 to 1.3 million, he had to have talking points like his audience. So then he changed his rhetoric from, oh, should Black men even be with black men be with black women. So he panders and caters to his audience. He's going to do exactly and give them exactly what he wants. That's what I meant when I meant the comment about dangling the meat in front of the audience. People come here.
Oh, yeah.
It's an adrenaline hit when we watch Sinji and Devesta Zealand, Kevin Samuels, Tommy Sotomayor, and all these channels. And yes, Sinji is not a divester. She still will have an intimate situation with a black male, but she just
Yeah.
doesn't. But she's not divested. Someone mentioned that, and then someone also talked about how and like I said, the dangling the meat, they do it because and the thing is, it's unhealthy because I even find myself, I have to take a break from these channels. I don't ever watch KS, but I've only, but I have to take a break from the channels because sometimes it can get your blood pressure up, it gets you emotional, it can get you in an emotional state. And like again, these channels, they dangle, they're profiting from it, and it's a business. And if this is how they generate their income, especially this past year and a half with the pandemic, I'm not mad at them, but I think everybody needs to be more responsible. If Kevin Samuels want to continue, he need to be more responsible in what he say, because he's went on the channels to interview with people, and he changes what he says. Like I said, I don't believe he believes it. I think he's pandering to his audience because it's making him a lot of money. He have subs that give him $2,500 cash apps. Do you understand me? $500
Yeah.
cash apps. Why would he stop what he's doing? He is going to
Yeah.
ride this. He is going to ride this gravy train. Sinji is going to ride this gravy train.
Yes.
Am I partial to Sinji? Absolutely, because what she's telling, she has to make women aware. And I read the comments section in Sinji, and a lot of women say, you know what? I'm so happy I found you, Sinji, because you made me aware, and you express how I've always felt. Sinji is not just tearing them down; she's tearing them down with facts,
Yeah.
research, and just evidence of their degeneracy. Where I'm sorry, I'm gonna let you get the floor. And KS is not really doing that. He's just going by what his subs. He has a white man from New Jersey said. His subs are incels. His subs are manospheric, woman hating, anti-woman groups. That these are the guys that didn't get selected in junior high and high school. These are the guys that got probably bullied in school. These are the guys that just didn't do well in the dating scene, and they're angry at women. They're broken men who watch Kevin Samuels. They're broken. They're broken because of life, maybe their career. They didn't go to college, or they didn't do well. I mean, they just didn't do well, especially with women. And they're there for the meat. They're there for the visceration of listen to them to viscerate women and destroy them and tear them down. That's what they're there for. They're not there to get better. Black women actually tune into Sinji to get the information and understand the pathology, and now they know how to move. They know how to handle these situations that we all have been in with these men, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. But you know what she has though that's really makes her big is she has people that love to watch her, that agree with her, and she has haters that watch her like crazy. She's got like a perfect situation, like the perfect storm.
It's clout watching. They all watch each other to get
Yeah.
talking points so they could have something to discuss on their next live or panel or video they create. This is their income. This is their bread and butter. So of course they watch.
Yeah, they need to mix it up, and it's kind of tough. I mean, me just having fun, I got to kind of go a little bit somewhere else because, I don't, my thing's about interracial relationships, but you got to kind of be creative a little bit about it. I can't come up here and say black women are the best. I love them every show. I mean, people like to hear it, but after a while, it's like, okay, it's the same thing over and over. And a lot of my stuff gets kind of recycled because, just thinking about what to say, what point do I want to hear or want to put out there? What are my thoughts? And, if you're doing a lie, and I like to do plenty of shows to where people people see me over and over, and we have these discussions. But it's kind of tough, and I'm small time amateur, filling my way in the dark guy. But these ones that do it for their livelihood, I can't imagine the stress they're going through. Yeah, they're successful. Yeah, they're making a lot of money, but you just have to be good at it. You know what I mean? And people say that KS sooner or later is going to fall because people will lose interest and, not be into it anymore. And that'll probably happen. That's probably going to happen to everybody. But, YouTube's a thing, have fun with it and you get big with these big creators. They're riding the wave. I think they're just doing what they can as long as they can and seeing how far it takes them.
Can I say something about one that Moonchild said? With black men, it's like trusting a wild bear not to attack you just because you met a nice one before. That is so spot on, Moonchild.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
That is so spot on. And then who else said something? Someone else said something that was profound. And who else? Damn it. Not Josh. Was it Josh? Josh Washington? No, certain whoever will protect him. But and Afro Aries says certain black women will protect black men even when they did something wrong. That is the protection. Once black women wake up, the protection's gone. And I'm glad. I wanted to speak to what she said on that. Arto, I'm sorry, I can't see. Arto Aries 111. Absolutely. And the problem, and they call them male identified or black male worshippers. Those women, some of them, they, I think and it depends on the generation they're from. Most likely X and beyond, before, and two, some of them, they're not going to have an opportunity to divest or explore their options. Some of them just not. I'm not trying to say why. We understand. You only imagine some of them they're not. So of course they're going to constantly cape, and a lot of them. What's happening now with black males in these channels? Their fear is losing us because they know we're the only people on this planet who actually care about them, who respected them, and who support them and protect them. If they lose us, it's over. And even if they don't want to be with us or want to treat us well, they're afraid of that. And it's great that she said that. And again, like I said, my issue with them, like I said, I don't hate black men. What I do dislike is that they want everything from us. They want respect. They want loyalty. They want our resources. They want everything that you're supposed to give your partner, but they do not. They want it with it. They want submission, but they don't want to give it in return, and that's the problem. They don't see that. They're saying, I think so less of you, black women, because they think less of themselves. Laren said it correct. They hate themselves so bad, so they dislike us. So they say, I think so less of you that you should be happy and grateful, even if I'm just in your life. I don't have to treat you well, black woman. I don't have to respect you. I don't have to be kind and gentleman. I don't have to pull my own weight financially. I don't have to treat you well emotionally. I can abuse you. I can put your body at risk by being promiscuous with a lot of different partners.
Let me say something to that when you're done.
Absolutely. I'm almost done. I'm gonna close it out. And this is my issue with them. I don't have to give it to you because I don't think much of myself deeply, and I don't think much of you. So I don't have to give you kindness, humility, love, respect, but I do demand that you give it to us. So this is the issue. It's a one-sided. I should get the respect, the loyalty, the worship, but I will not give you the same. And that's their problem. Go ahead, Brent. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to speak on that a little bit about what you said. Now, here's this thing, outside looking in, and this is what I think men are seeing. And I've seen this for such a long time. I've had my eyes open. And when it comes to black women, when it comes to their loyalty, when it comes to what they're doing for their men, us as other men see this. And I'm going to tell you something. We promote them dating out. You know why? Because we want that. Us as men, I would love to have, and I have it, but looking back, I saw this. I was like, this woman is beautiful. I want this kind of woman, someone that's loyal. If I could have someone that's loyal to me, that just supports me no matter what, and that has my back, and no matter how good or bad I am, she's always there. And it's like, wow, who would not want that? And what shocks me is why is in the black community, why is the marriage rate so freaking low? It should be 98%. I mean, seriously, because the stuff I see that black women are doing, I want a woman like that. And I do have a woman like that. My wife is awesome. And that's the qualities that black women have. Now, other men are seeing that, and they're going to start competing for black women. And they already are. And, maybe they see that, and maybe it's like a fear factor. I mean, black women ain't going to go in droves to white men and other races of men. But the numbers are increasing. And white men are the least that marry out, but their numbers are increasing quite a bit. And because we're seeing the blessings that black women have. We're seeing, they're out there protesting for their men and actually getting shot and killed at these protests. I'm just like, really? I mean, that's love. That's loyalty. And as a man, you'd be a fool not to want, your wife to be like that, to feel that way about you. I just had to put that out there because I'm like, gosh, the truth is there, but society and these stereotypes and stuff, we throw that in front of us. We believe the garbage we're told, but we don't believe the reality. We don't believe what's really there. And black women are the hidden treasure. They really are. They're right in front of us. And a lot of them, if you show them love and treat them right, you might find a good wife. I did. I mean, so yeah, I mean, black women, they're worth a lot more than they're treated for. I'm going to just say that. They have more value than people give them. And I understand the value of black women. I do. And I have the biggest love and respect for them because of the people they are, because of the heart they have. And, but anyway, I just had to get that out.
No, absolutely. They don't, but they don't. They give us nothingness. They give us absolutely nothingness, but in return, they want everything from us. And this is what's happening right now. This is the awakening. Black women are awakening to, we're getting out the dust and the haze of being, like I said, conditioned to just the younger generation, not so much, but my generation beyond and before me, we just was told to just stick by them, listen to their lies, no matter how bad, how much suffering and abuse they put you through, still be there for them. And what's happening, what you're witnessing, and what's happening is that everyone, all the black women are comparing notes. They're comparing their experiences. They're comparing their trauma. They're comparing everything they've been through. And it is like, we didn't all date the exact same black guy. So it's a consensus. It's obviously there's a common denominator in the culture and the behavior. And I think, and black men are taking it really poorly. They're taking it like, oh, you're attacked. They're so used to us being there for them. Caping, go ahead. They're caping for them.
I'm sorry. Grace came up and we got long-winded. Miss Know-it-all.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't see her.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Grace.
Hey.
We got long-winded. Welcome on the show.
Yeah. I'm not
Hello, Grace. Hello, Grace.
Hi, Miss Know-it-all. Hi, Brett. I'm not going to take very long. I just wanted to say.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah, I just wanted to piggyback on what both of you said about black women's how they're doing. Actually, both of you are very right. Like when I first came to America, I remember most of my friends were because I came here to go to college. So most of my friends in college were international students like me, and they were from different countries: Japan, China, Spain, everywhere. And I remember, we graduated, we started working. And one of the first things that I remember a couple of them said to me was, wow, that African American women are so much more visibly more successful than their men. I didn't even notice myself at the time because I just had so much going on. But they saying that to me, I was like, and then I actually looked back and I said, you know what, you guys are right. Like you're so right. They're like, yeah, their women are they're so successful. And so basically what I'm saying is I think these men, they know what black women are capable of. And now that a lot of women are waking up and they're deciding to go for better options, they're putting themselves first. These men are scared to death. Like they're literally
Terrified.
they're
Terrified.
terrified. And this is the deviancy you see. I mean, women, there's this lady I always talk about on YouTube all the time. She says it perfectly. Women are flowers. We really are flowers. We're beautiful. Regardless of what you think about a woman, whether you think she's attractive to you or not, you should treat women delicately. You should really, really take care of us. And then you get that
Yes.
submission just very naturally. You don't need to ask for submission. When you treat us like the flowers that we are, you will get much more than submission. And that's all I have to say.
No,
No, you can
you're
speak more. Go
absolutely
ahead.
right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like I said, I tell you stories about my wife, and I love my wife with all my heart. And you know, I've always put my wife first, my kids first, and you're right. A woman will submit to you. My wife has, and I don't. It's like a natural thing. It's like I sacrifice for her, and then in return she submits to me, and we love each other. But we do like the Bible says, you come together as one. Um, and that's what you're supposed to do, and that's the balance. It says the woman submits to the man submits to God, and you got perfect love. Um, and then when you got it, I mean, we're not perfect people, but if we're doing what we're supposed to, the other one falls in line. You know what I mean? You can't be sitting on the couch while your wife works and say, hey, you got to submit to me. It's going to be tough for her because you're not doing what you're supposed to as a man. And it goes both ways. If your wife's not loyal to you, of course, it's hard to sacrifice for her. But you're right. Women are flowers. Women are a treasure. The Bible says that women are a treasure. And if you put that, into today's world, the woman's a treasure. She's valuable. You find a good wife, you find a good thing. Who's the prize? It's not the man. The Bible don't say to women, hey, straighten out your act, lose weight, and maybe you'll get a good man. No. Men have to develop themselves so they can have a good wife. I mean, look at societies around the world. It always depended on the man, what work he's put forward, his wealth. You look at, different cultures around the world. Some, will bring in livestock they have and to the father because he wants to marry the father's wife, or father's wife. No, that's twisted. No, but he wants to marry the man's daughter, right? So he shows a little bit of his wealth and he presents that so the father knows his daughter's going to be taken care of. And that's the way it's supposed to be. When I was dating my wife, her family, they're concerned about me when they first met. What do I do and where am I going? What's my job? Because they want to know that they know I was young. I was, 23 at the time. They know I didn't have big money and businesses and all this stuff, but they wanted to know where my character was. What was I doing? And that's where I'm at with my daughters. When they date these guys, it's tough because I want them to have somebody that takes care of them, that respects them, loves them. And my oldest daughter's found that. I mean, she's got a great husband. He provides for her. And but we do need to treat women better. Women are special. Women are the flower. Women are the prize. They're the treasure. The Bible tells us this. And as men, we need to be men, pick ourselves up, put in the work, and learn and earn the privilege to have a good life. I mean, that's how it's supposed to be. But the world's turned upside down, and some things we try to do the opposite of that. I don't know, but that's just my opinion on that. But Grace, you're right. Women should be treated with respect, regardless of what racial group they're from, regardless of how attractive you think they are. They need to get the respect because a woman, God gave Adam Eve, but he gave, he put forward Eve for Adam so he wouldn't be lonely. But Adam was supposed to provide for her. He's supposed to take care of her, In society, we're supposed to do that. As men, we're supposed to take care of the women we marry. It's just, we've got it backwards. And to me, the weakest thing is a man that seeks a woman to take care of him. To me, that's backwards. To me, that's weak. To me, that's not a real man. But anyway, yeah.
No, get out. I mean, it's just insane that it's just sad that they see it. They see it in a one-sided. They don't see it in our perspective. Not all of them. Let me put that out there. There are some unicorn black males like Alexander Brandon. He's a unicorn of a black man. He's wonderful. There are some good brothers, but they're far and few. And happy. And the issue I have also with them. I'm not even talking about our relationship with black men. Black men, even the good ones, I have an issue with, to be honest with you, because the good ones, why did you let the Pookie, Ray, Glocktavian, and Tyrone tear up our communities? Why did they sit back and why did they abandon it, the good black guys? Why did they let them run rampant and destroy our communities? Let's not even talk about the dating and the relationship. It's like, everything is connected. All of this, everything that Grace said, you said, all of it's connected. And it's just like, how do you expect us to continue to love, respect, support you, fight for you, when you don't even care about your own community? And whenever you bring this topic up to black men, they glaze over it, they deflect. It's the black woman in it's black women in single motherhood. You keep having the kids. Is the welfare. It's the white man and the black woman's fault. It's the white man, the oppressor, even though they're in love with you and they want to be you.
Cynthia G thing?
Yeah. It's the white man and the black woman's fault. Everything is the white man and the black woman's fault. And nothing is never their fault. And the accountability, it's just like, they just won't take it. They won't own it. I think the world could respect them. I think black women will respect them and give them what they want. But if they take accountability and take actions and do better, but they just won't do it. They can't get it right. They can't get it right, and they don't want to get it right because their ego, their narcissism, they just feel like, no, let's pretend, let's put our hand. Every time you bring up a valid point about why they're not building, why they don't have resources, why do they treat every woman in any community, white, Latina, Ling, Cyclops, why do you treat them so awful and give them the same thing? It's the common denominator is them. They get so quiet. They get really quiet when like Sinji just drills and she gives them point after point after point evidence. She do that and they never have a comeback. They never have a rebuttal. They always go back 400 years. They always go back Jim Crow. They never go back in 2021 and have an answer. Why aren't you doing what other men are doing? So why it makes sense, black women would, and again, another thing, black women have always been we were attracted to our black men, but we've always been attracted to white, Asian. We just wasn't allowed to say it out loud. We were scrutinized if we said it out loud. I'm attracted to white men. I'm attracted to Asian people in our communities, which is really crappy. We have a really screwed up community. And then it wasn't just the black men who had an issue with it. Other black women, especially the older generation, they looked at you, but not. And I'm not gonna be mad at them because they experienced some things from Jim Crow in the '60s and beyond our time. They
Yeah.
experienced racism in a different degree so I understand. But that indoctrination and that the white man is the devil. They all evil. They all serial killer. They're gonna harm you. And when we got into, and it just didn't allow some, especially me, and I'm always pivoting back to me. It didn't allow me to really express and go out and do it because I'm always worried about what the damn black community, excuse my language, community is thinking. And again, like I said, they have dropped the ball in every area, not just failing black women. Not black men just didn't fail black women. They didn't just fail black children. They also failed their communities. And really the number one, they failed themselves. They failed themselves. They failed themselves. Even the ones that have made it, the millionaires, the entertainers, the athletes, the few businessmen, they still failed themselves. Even with all that money, they still failing. They're marrying their preferences, and when they bring that same black male pathology and behavior. So what happens? Look at Dr. Dre. His wife is taking about 200 million. Look at all these other prominent wealthy black men. When they get married, they bring the same behavior to those relationships with with Becky and Ling Ling and Maria. And these women are coming home with the bag, and the coming home with the bag is getting that money. So no matter they just, it's like their eyes are wide shut. I don't want to hear no evil, speak no evil. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, Miss Know-It-All, you're taking over the show here. You're going over and over. No.
What? I am?
No, I love you. You're awesome. No, you said a lot. I mean,
I know. I throw a lot in at once. I know.
Yeah. The thing of it is, I think it's a cultural thing. I really do. I think, the way we do things, our traditions and stuff. And, I just think it's traditions, they change through the years, but some things we need to keep the same. And I think marriage needs to be more valued than it is today. I really do. And our society needs it more than ever. And I'm talking about every community, not just white people or black people. We all need to value marriage. We all need to bring our families together. We need to have the traditional family. I believe society would be better for it. I believe our children would be more successful. I believe our nation would be more successful as a whole. Regardless of where you live, regardless of who you are, I just think we need to return to those basic values. And two, with marriage, there's more value. There's responsibility. You gotta own, as a man, and you're in a marriage, you have to take care of your wife. You have to take care of your kids. You gotta provide. And a lot of people don't get married because they don't have to provide if they're not. You can impregnate, you can have a relationship with a woman, get her pregnant, and yeah, you'll pay child support, but it's a small portion of your income, and kids are so expensive. So then the woman has to take your little child support and then has to take government assistance to feed their children right. And we can blame the women for being single mothers and not choosing right and all this crap I've heard over and over. But for the woman to choose wrong, the man's choosing wrong too. It's a two-way street. It ain't just one side's wrong. But I think society, to be fixed, men have to take the first step. Men have to lead the way. And men, if we're leaders, we have to do this. And a lot of men say, yeah, men are the leaders and women need to submit. Well, you need to marry the women you lay with. Because if you don't do that, it's not going to happen. And a woman submitting to a boyfriend is a fool. I'm just going to say it. You're not supposed to submit except to your husband. you know, I'm not trying to push my traditional values, but I believe that marriage is something we need to take serious, something we need to value, and we need to choose correctly. We need to choose wisely as men and women. And choosing just by race don't mean nothing, because you could have good character in any group, but you got to choose that right person and go where people love you. You know, go where you feel celebrated, where you feel comfortable. Who's providing the best for you? That's where you need to go. But anyway, you know, we need to get back to that. You know, and I'm telling you, it's better to have one wife that loves you and that's always got your back than have multiple women fulfilling a lustful desire. I'm just going to say that. You know, but I mean, people could choose do what they want to do. People can go their own path. But I just believe society, you know, as you know, a lot of times people say we have racial problems and stuff. I think we have a spiritual problem. We fix our spiritual problem, that the racial thing will go away. Not totally, but it'll be a lot lower. Our society will be a lot better. Crime will be lower. But the trick is to get everybody on the same page, you know, getting all men to value women like they should. That's the key. But till we get to that point, it's going to be chaotic. And it's not going to get any better until us as men fix it. You know.
Well,
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I interject? And you know what? It's in the Bible. I know. Don't quote me. I haven't really been in the Bible for a while, but you know, there's a turning away from God. They talk about a turning away from God, and you know, in Revelations, the last days, and I hope I hope it's not during my time, but they said that there will be a turning away from God, and we're witnessing that. So it tells you about.
Oh, definitely.
It shows you that and not just the Black community. I'm talking about all over the world, globally. We're becoming again a more secular society where people are not, they're not forming relationships on a base Christian based belief, or not Christian, just Christian. It could be Muslim, Islamic, or it could be whatever whatever your religion is. Basically, a man and a woman should lay down when they're married, and so. But the honest truth, men are just wired very differently, and they sometimes. You guys, you know, you get married and y'all still do things you're not supposed to, no matter what race you are. But in the Black community, I think Carol Barella was saying that, you know, and I'm echoing what she said as well as Sinji. They don't value commitment, Black men, and they don't value. So therefore, if you don't value commitment to one person, you can't value marriage. You can't, because it's two in the same. Marriage is a commitment, and even the guys that get married, and sometimes they get weak and they mess up and they don't, you know, they're infidelity and they're not faithful. But at least they even went that path. They at one point they thought that they could be, but with them they don't even entertain it. And they don't even entertain it a lot of times with other women outside their race, Black men. They don't even entertain a union, a marriage. They still run away from it because they still want options. I heard a guy on one panel, he said something about, you know, you Black women, you need to let us cheat because we have options. He really said that. So the thing about it,
you're right. And here's the thing. Yeah, you got options. We all have options, but here's the thing. When you don't, that's why society's so messed up. Just because you have the option don't mean you should take it. I can run out and cheat on my wife. That's an option. But it'll destroy our marriage, destroy our family. There's such big consequences.
it's destroying what you created.
Because you have an option don't mean you have to take the option.
Exactly.
And,
being weak.
And, yeah, and that's where biblical principles come in. you're following a set of rules. Like me, I'm married to my wife. I'm supposed to be true and faithful to my wife. We're all humans, right? There is temptation, yes. But here's the thing. I don't hang out. I got a lot of friends that are women, but I never hang out with women by myself. Either my wife's there or it's like a work function or something. It's never alone. There's certain things you need to do in life. Um, you keep your eyes on your wife. You don't have those eyes wandering, looking at other women, because guess what? People say, well, I can look, but don't touch. No, that's crap. You're already committing adultery, having desires for another woman. So you don't even look there. You keep it focused on your wife. And women, the same thing on your husbands. Um, there's rules and principles that we need to follow also when we're married. Once you get married, it ain't just settled and everything goes perfect. No, you got to continue to do what's right, and you got to check yourself, because we're all flawed humans. But most people that fall into that or cheat want to do that. The ones that want to keep it straight and do the right thing are going to be okay because they're going to follow the rules and guidelines. It just, marriage is a thing that you have a commitment, and it's between you, your wife, and God, or you, your husband, and God. It's a commitment, and you got to keep up that commitment every day of your marriage. You got to keep it straight, and you got to check yourself. And the one thing is if the strongest man or woman knows how weak they really are and can be honest and check themselves. You know what? I shouldn't go there because I'm married. You know what? I shouldn't do that because I'm married. You know what? I shouldn't do that. You got to do that. But you know what? God don't put anything in front of us that we can't handle. It's just where your heart is and how loyal you are. I'm loyal to my wife, so I stay true to my wife. She's loyal to me. Can we fall? Can we, yield to temptation? Sure. But that's where you got to keep fighting. That's where you keep yourself out of that stuff and keep your eyes on your wife, your husband, But yeah, in society, our moral structure, our values is lacking. So a lot of marriages don't work because we do that crap, and I will tell you, you got to put your faith in God too, because people are weak. We're all weak. Newsflash. There ain't no perfection. But if you can realize that and handle yourself that way, you're going to be okay. But yeah.
Can I say something to what you speak in such facts? What I wanted to say to you, you said something profound. You don't put yourself in situations or environments where you could be tested to be weak, which is key. Unfortunately, but like I said, the world, I can't believe I dropped that. The world has changed so much, and the society, and we're in this advent of the internet. We're in the age of technology. We're in the age. I'm not making excuses, but it's gonna be, yes, it's great to have those principles through God, but because of where we at in the society, in the world as a whole, it's complicated because we are inundated with images, and very hypersexual images, from movies even to commercials to billboards. I mean, you saw the whole Meek Mills, all of that. And people, we love to be shocked, and we love to be offended. We love the Kevin Samuels and Cynthia G, because it gives us that adrenaline hit. We like stuff that we know is not always good for us, healthy for us. And April Rain says something very to Corey about, she said, April Rain said to Corey, and just because you shouldn't means you can't, doesn't mean you can. Meaning that some people, there's different reasons why they act out. There's different
Yeah.
reasons. People have been through trauma. They've been abused mentally, emotionally, physically, sexually as a child or as a teen. People act out, and sometimes sex plays a role in why they act out. Some people have such low self-esteem or low self-worth. They become promiscuous. They become hypersexual. Some males, they think the more women that they have, and the more women that they conquered in their numbers, as many women they get, it makes them a man. It validates them. They feel like a conqueror. When you're not building, you're not you have no resources, you're not building, you're not creating, you're not inventing, you're not going to school and getting an education, you have nothing but time but to express yourself through your sexuality. So therefore you start making a bunch of illegitimate children, you start making single abandoned baby mothers, you start spreading STDs. You use your sexuality as your manhood, and it doesn't make you a man whether you had one woman, more of a man if you had one, or if you had 100. But some men just don't see it that way. They use their sexuality as like their manhood. They use it they're creating, so this vicious cycle in our community is created by these men having such low value, low self-worth of themselves. They don't look at themselves as anything. They dislike themselves. So you know what? I'm just gonna go around and I'm gonna do what makes me feel good. Sex
Well,
feels good. Sex
yeah.
feels good. So and then why? And then again, we have to take accountability. Women, we have to stop playing house with men. We have to stop playing house, giving them wifey benefits while they still have single privileges and not giving us husband benefits. It
Yeah.
goes both way. It goes on both sides. If we're giving them, why buy the cow if you can get the milk for free? Go ahead, Brent.
Okay. No, no, you're right. Yeah. Whew, we could say a lot about this. And as society as a whole, we need to fix it. It's across the board. Some places more than others. Um, but you're right. Nobody should get wifey benefits. But people do that. In a perfect world, we could fix a lot of society's problems just by doing the right thing. But the problem is getting people to do the right thing. Um, Unfortunately, most people aren't doing the right thing. And, we all suffer for it. It is what it is. But anyway, Grace, I know we've kind of got long winded. If you
Yeah,
want to come in, say a few things.
yeah. I wanted to make a suggestion, Brett, because I know you talked earlier on about having the challenges of creativity, or having variety for the channel.
Yeah,
I think if it's
Grace, I can
possible
barely hear you.
to have any, I think the line is breaking off. Can you hear me?
I can barely hear you. It's real low. Yeah, it's real low, Grace. Something with your volume.
Let's shut up now.
Yeah, go ahead and try it again. Uh, I don't know. I think she's having some audio issues. Grace, can you hear me? Go ahead and come on, and I'll try to listen. It was just real low. Uh,
What about now? Is it better now or no?
it's still low, but I can hear you. I don't know what happened to the volume. It just went real low.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
go ahead.
connection is bad, so maybe let me call back. Let me call back
I can
in
hear
when I
you.
have better connection.
Well, I can hear you good now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I was just saying, I know earlier on you talked about different ideas
for your channel.
Uh-huh.
So I was just thinking, is it possible to find maybe any new channels, interracial marriages that have lasted? Maybe you can interview them and ask them how they met, how things are going, the challenges, and the experience as a couple, especially the ones that are married. Is that a
Yeah.
possible option?
Yeah, that's an awesome, wonderful idea. I've tried to do that. I haven't got no couple to talk to me yet. A lot of the interracial channels I've reached out to, and for some reason they don't want to do it. And some of them are so big they have sponsors and stuff, and maybe some of my content might conflict with that. Um, I have tried to do that. That's been an idea I've had since I started going live. Um, I would really love to do that. And I reach out every now and then. Hopefully I'll get somebody, but I am trying to do that. I would like to get another married couple like me and my wife and do a one-on-one with me and my wife and another interracial couple. But absolutely, I would love to do that. That's always been an idea for me. The problem is I haven't found nobody that wants to do that yet. I've reached out to some people, and some just ignore me. Some tell me because they got sponsors. I'm not going to say who said this, but and I can respect that. Some of these channels are humongous, and they're tied in with sponsors. So if they came on my show and maybe I say something that's controversial or something, maybe it gets back. I think there's that fear there. Um, I don't believe I'm really controversial. I just have my preferences and my beliefs, and I just share that. But a lot of these channels are more, we're married, we love each other, and it's all positive. There's no negativity. And my channel, I dip into negativity. I've even talked about racism and stuff and controversial things. And I don't try to harp on negative stuff. I try to stay away from it, but we got to have some sort of reality. And but I would most definitely anybody that's in an interracial relationship wants to have one-on-one with me and my wife, most definitely. And my wife said she would love to do something like that. I'd be all for that. That would be a beautiful thing. I wish us as interracial couples would come together and have you know uh, shows with each other and talk to each other, get everybody's perspective. That would be a fun, exciting thing. And, it would be very nice. But I just haven't been successful putting that together yet. But, I do appreciate, I do appreciate that. But I've tried to work on that. Me and my wife have tried to reach out, and we haven't been successful yet. But I'm going to continue to try to do that, and hopefully sooner or later we'll have a show like that. I think that would be productive. It would be positive. It'd be really awesome. But till I get somebody that wants to do it with me, I'm kind of stuck. But anyway, that's where we're at with that. But I will continue to try to do that because a lot of people want me to do that, and I want to do that. So it's not a lack of interest. I definitely want to do that, but I haven't been able to get somebody yet.
Okay. What about the option of there's some couples that have put their stories on YouTube. Is it possible
They're
to
what?
get like a short part of that story?
What do you mean? Do a reaction on a couple or something?
Yeah, like like do reactions on some of their stories that they have.
Yeah, we could do like that. Maybe. Yeah, we could do a reaction. I had one video where I had an interracial couple that belonged to church groups that got together and got married, and I did a show on that. Yeah, we can most definitely do stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, the sky's the limit. I mean, I'll look into that. But I would like to have a one-on-one with the, couple to couple. That would be more fun. We could learn more from it. But yeah, I'll look into doing that. I'm going to dig into some interracial stories too, and I'll bring up some videos and stuff, and I'll do some more of that. That'll be fun. But and then next week I'm gonna try next week get my wife on, because I want to do a little kind of like a storytelling live show where we tell a little bit about our life, and show some pictures and stuff, and that would be fun. But I got to put that together. But yeah, I mean, that's good ideas, Grace. I'll look into that. And yeah. Okay. Is there anything else, Grace? Or okay. All right. Hey guys, I appreciate you guys coming on. This is a good panel. I'm gonna have to close it out soon. It's already 2:12, 2:30. I gotta close out because I got plans with my wife and stuff. And but yeah, those are good ideas. And yeah, I will look at it. Just shoot me an email. You guys got ideas? I will look into it. And the interracial couple thing, I have tried. Honest to God, guys, I've tried to get that together. Some reason I can't. I don't know if it's because people have sponsors or they just want to do their channel on their life story. I don't know. I haven't been successful in that, but I'm still trying. And Grace, thanks for coming on. It was a pleasure having you. She just dropped off, but
Enjoy your day, Brent, with your family. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Miss Know-It-All, and thank you guys. And I hope everybody got something out of this. And I hope some advice, something that might have been said. I hope it's helpful. And the thing of it is, guys, like I said, go where you're loved and celebrated, where you feel comfortable, and so you can be happy. When it comes to relationships, be selfish. Take care of yourself and look for the best option, regardless of where you go, what community, what neighborhood, what kind of man and woman. Do you. Do it for you. Okay? This was a great live. I enjoyed it. I'll be going live tomorrow, same time. I'll put the link out there too if anybody wants to jump on. Just let me know. And everybody have a blessed day. God bless you. Thank you for coming in, taking the time to listen to me and the panel. And I would like to thank Ms. Know-It-All and Grace for coming on. You ladies were beautiful. You did an awesome job, and I do appreciate you. And big love to every one of you guys. You guys keep me motivated. You guys keep me focused in this, and I love this. If you ask me my hobbies, this is it. I do have other hobbies, but this is my favorite because I get to connect with you. I get to, read your comments and talk to you and learn things, get everybody's perspective. And, I hope I can be a blessing to you. You guys have been such a blessing to me, and I'm totally grateful. And I mean it. I love each and every one of you. And, you make this worth doing. If I didn't have you guys watching, I wouldn't be doing this. But, it's a beautiful thing. And I'm going to go spend some time with my wife today. And finally got some time off. And I got to get some rest tomorrow, too, after today. But Anyway, thank you guys. Thanks for coming on. God bless you and your family. And yeah, thanks, Corey. I love you guys, each and every one of you. And, you know, I just want to give you, you know, a shout out. You guys are awesome. And, you know, I have big love for all you guys. And I hope I can, you know, show you a blessing. You've given me a big blessing. So thank you. Have a good day. God bless you and your families. And I'll see you tomorrow, same time.